Hello friends, I'm Jesse and welcome back to the MountainPrevail knife shop. So tonight we're going to do some surface grinding. I don't know if we'll make it into grinding on any bevels or not. Sometimes surface grinding takes a while, and especially on 6 of them. So we're just going to hang out here and have a good time and do what I can do. So y'all hang in there and we'll get to work. Hey buddy, you waiting on me? We'll run out here to the creek and get a bucket of fresh water. This bucket here is getting pretty skanky at this point. Tyler, I'm pretty disappointed you ain't complimented me on my square bucket or anything. She's pretty special to me. She's been with me through a lot at this point. I've had her here, had her in the old shop. She just hang under a grinder like nobody's business. Nope. That'll work. That will work. Ain't she pretty? I'll get some pork rails on that thing one of these days. Don't look to bottom the steps. I know I didn't weed eat today. After I mowed, I'll get it. Don't worry. So you doing good? I'm doing pretty good too. Had to, of course I mowed today, and lawnmower seat's got cracked all to pieces now. And anybody that's got a lawnmower that they ride knows that when it gets wet, it's wet forever. It never dries. So I got a little small bass issue I'm dealing with right now, but fighting there just to really dig at my butt. So recorded this the other day on heat treat day. It's my audio issue, so I'm going to kind of go through this again. This is going to be the file test, and everybody knows after you quench a blade, if it hardens correctly like you want it to, the file will skate off, meaning that the file won't cut it. It's too hard to cut. The knife steel is harder than the file, so it won't cut. So that's a pretty normal standard test that everybody does just to quickly see if the quench went good or not. So here's the thing though. These things are, right now, this thing is just heat treated and tempered. Hadn't done no grinding at this point yet. So you go to do a file test, and as you can see, that file is cutting into that blade like crazy, right? Well, here's the thing. I didn't realize this for the longest time, that as soon as you get this thing out of the quench or temper or whatever, without doing any grinding on it at this point, the file is going to cut a thin layer of de-carb off of the blade before that it gets into the hard material. And in the past, I've ruined a lot of steel because, pull it out of the forge, dip it in oil, And while the blade's still hot, I'm just filing the devil out of it, you know. And I'm like, man, this thing's still cutting. And then I stick it right back in the forge, and then quench again. Same thing. File still biting. Stick it back in, quench it 3 times, and still, and then I end up junking, you know, the blades that I've worked hard on at this point. So it's just one of the things, you know, you pick up on as the more you do this. But anyway, to continue with this, like I say, right now, still cutting. But you just got to keep on filing for a second. And file through that thin layer of de-carb. You can tell that the sound that the file's making is getting higher. See, now I'm getting into the hardened material. So now she's hard. Now I'm into the hard material. So what we got here is a very successful heat treat. But anyway, that's just a little tip I wanted to share. Like I say, everybody knows about file testing these things. But, you know, a lot of people starting out might not realize that you got to cut through the soft material before you get into the hardened steel. So, there you are. And that is your tip of the day from old Jesse. All right, I got the old grinder set up here, and we're going to start off by just cleaning the edges of these things up a little bit. So, let's get at it. Got to be careful with this mask here that it don't rub around on my microphone. Tyler done scolded me once. Whoop, whoop, woo! Oh yeah. Can't ever remember which one I put on first. I'm being easy with the mic. Real gentle. Oh yeah. Woo! we'll go ahead and jump back to a 80 grit, just so it'll cut a little faster. Like I say, I wanted to try the 120 first and see how it went, but if you got a little dip or whatever in it, you know, grinding and grinding and grinding, keep pushing on a fine grit, it runs a little too much risk for heat buildup. So heat's what you don't want at this point. So I'm gonna give this a whirl. Oh yeah. All right, go. Sorry. I'm being conscious of it now. Got both sides cleaned up pretty good now. A little bit of black left down here around the holes, but that don't worry about it, or that don't matter. We're not worried about it a bit. We're just, as long as it's all clean on the blade part of it. Like I say, that's just 80 grit. We're going to work our way on through. And you want to show them this, Tyler? We're put it on a flat surface, and ain't no rocking and nothing. This is flat as canned beans. You know what flat as canned beans is, don't you? I don't. No, either. I was hoping you'd tell me. Oh man, I hope my daggone mask wasn't rubbing the mic just now. Was it? I don't know. right, guys. So for tonight, we're just going to wrap it up with getting them all just cleaned up. Ended up going down to a 60 grit belt on these. But just kind of took my time and made sure they're all perfectly flat. So that's what they look like at this point. Everything's just flat as could be. Like I say, there might be a little dark stuff in the handle where I kind of ground just a slight bit of a fuller in a couple of them. But yeah, man, really happy with how these flattened off. So that's the most stressful part to me. I guess second to getting the bells super symmetrical. But yep, one more big step out of the way right here. But like I say, tomorrow or something, I'll take these things on up through the grit. Like I say, they're at a 60 now. I'll probably hit them with a 120, 220, and a 400, I would say, and probably quit with that. Not going for a mirror polish, just more of like a satin type finish on it. But for tonight, I'm just going to give these things a shot of slick them here and just keep them from corroding or whatnot. This is what I'm going to do for the till tomorrow. Because where you grind this high carbon steel down to where it's raw and all that new metal showing, and then dip them in water 100 times like I did. They will canker on you a little bit. Might as well hit the other side again, hadn't I? So anyway, it is really late. So I think that's going to wrap us up for tonight. We both go to work tomorrow. I work today. Tyler's on the roof all day. You tired?
Tired.
What time is it?
15 after 2.
15 after 2.
A.M.
A.M. And what's today? April 22nd?
23rd now.
It's 23rd now. Started on the 22nd. That's a little bit of the information we're going to start giving y'all. So there you are. Got the time and date.
Yep.
All right. Y'all know the drill. Subscribe to the channel, please. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the notification bell so you know when we upload new videos. And as I've said before, if you hated this video, hit the thumbs up anyway and smile while you're doing it. And until the next time, thanks for watching. We love you. Stay positive. Keep hammering. And by God, keep them sharp.